Chargeblade is one of the two transforming weapons in Monster Hunter World, morphing between a giant sword and board, featuring blocking, higher mobility, and the charging of the weapon in order to store files, and a giant two-handed axe with slower, more devastating strikes, giving you the option to consume your files for additional damage. Often hailed as the most complex weapon in the game, the weapon has a lot of different elements to manage at the same time, with multiple timers simultaneously going, and process order playing a very large function. In addition to the core elements of the weapon not really being very well explained by the game, there are also further advanced techniques which are even more so hidden. Let's explore these so that those of you who are already pretty decent with the Chargeblade can elevate your gameplay to the next level with these advanced techs. I'm Light It Up Dan. I love making videos that reduces the overwhelm and unknown of the Monster Hunter games. If you're looking for advanced techniques for all 14 weapons all in one place, you may want to check that out after this. And if you're one of the majority of viewers returning to the channel, consider joining the very attractive 20% who do subscribe. And with that said, let's jump in. During your Chargeblade Mastery pilgrimage, you may have heard the term guard points being thrown around before, perhaps even being instructed that they are essential to your effective usage of the weapon. A guard point activation is the automatic blocking of a monster's attack that can be activated during or after several of your hunter's attacks where the shield is placed in front of them. The reason why you may want to use this over your regular block is that guard points adds a +2 to your guard skill, stacking with the +2 from your charged shield, and can be executed far more dynamically from your other attacks, eliminating the end lag you have to wait for if you're just going into your regular block. They also create a file explosion if your shield is charged, and add some file charge as well. Oh, and you can also counter directly into an SAED straight after one, like you can after any regular block. So that's why you'd want to do a guard point. Here's how you actually do them. By far the easiest one is at the beginning of the axe transformation attack, morphing from sword and board form over to the axe form. This one is very reactionary and provides a long window for the guard point. The other one I really like, which also has a long window, is the morph slash from axe form back into sword and board form, providing the guard point at the end of the attack. There are a few others at the end of the various round slashing attacks, and some other stuff like your axe draw attack, for example. Have a little play around and see if you can integrate them into your regular gameplay. This next one is one of my favorites and can actually be used in conjunction with the guard points as well. When activating an SAED, this can be cancelled by holding back and pressing triangle or Y to then switch it to an AED instead, firing out really fast for a chunky bit of damage and causing multiple file explosions whilst only consuming one of your files up. A really versatile option to keep in mind, as it's far quicker and more economical than the SAED. If your shield isn't charged when you go to do the super amped element discharge, it will instead do the amped element discharge by default. And as mentioned, if you do activate a guard point and do the SAED counter, you can cancel that into the AED instead. The next advanced tech, the sliding slash, is one of the best mobility strikes the Chargeblade has. Performed by holding the left stick and pressing B or circle in any direction, sees the hunter effortlessly and gracefully glide across the stage, repositioning themselves to a more tactical point whilst also executing an attack. This can be done after any sword and shield attack or side hop as well, and is particularly useful after the forward slash for a gap close. Also keep in mind that this is one of the many round slashes which ends up with a guard point in front. This advanced tech is going to be very useful for those of you who enjoy playing multiplayer. The weapon's axe form, whether using Savage Axe or not, is notorious for launching teammates, as the regular triangle or Y combo does upswing. Here's one that you can do instead. Do the dash slam attack in axe mode by holding the left stick forward and pressing triangle or Y, a powerful gap closing overhead swing, followed by circle or B to do the element discharge 2 attack. Multiple devastating swings across the body whilst unleashing files. Wait for the hunter to fully step back before looping back to the overhead slash. A super strong combo that's further enhanced by being in Savage Axe form and by having files stored, but can be done just in plain axe mode as well. Great for those topples to allow everyone in the squad to get damage out on the head. Put these into practice and I guarantee you it's going to elevate your Chargeblade gameplay. Do you already use these advanced techs, or do you do anything else with the weapon? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this and my other guides, consider joining the 20% of returning viewers and subscribe to the channel. I run open sessions regularly over on the Discord and during the live streams on Twitch. I will leave all of these links for you in the description. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you in the new world.